Good morning. Welcome to the morning forecast discussion for January 5th, 2012. It is much warmer out there throughout the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area as temperatures are already at yesterday's highs, ranging from the mid-20s to lower 30s. We do have a few upper teens to lower 20s over the northwestern interior, especially around the Poconos, but otherwise what we're dealing with here is a much warmer air mass building into the northern mid-Atlantic. We also have overcast skies as that warmer air builds in, and also we did have a little bit of light snow last night, especially over central and southern New Jersey, even portions of Philadelphia, as a disturbance intensified off of the New Jersey coast and rapidly exited out into the Atlantic. When we take a look at the latest radar image, you can see that precipitation that was moving over central and southern New Jersey now well out into the Atlantic. We do have some lake effect snow developing off of Lake Ontario, and especially around Oswego, where my old college used to be. It still is, but that's where I went to college, up in SUNY Oswego. They're getting some heavy snow up there. We are seeing some of this lake effect snow expand out through the Mohawk River Valley, and some snow showers could clip into northwestern Connecticut and portions of the Hudson River Valley. Could even see a few snow flurries in northeastern Pennsylvania, but I'm not expecting much in the way of accumulation. In fact, as temperatures continue to moderate, I expect this entire snow band to start to collapse later on this morning. But again, there could be a threat of a few isolated flurries here and there this morning. Otherwise, the northern mid-Atlantic is high and dry with no threat for additional precipitation through this morning and into the evening hours today. Now, take a look at the infrared satellite picture. You can see that one disturbance last night that produced a brief burst of snow is now out into the Atlantic. Produced a little bit of a comet head formation, the cloud pattern, suggesting a mid-level disturbance had intensified, but that rapidly exited out into the Atlantic. And then we have a series of weakening cold fronts that will move through the region over the next 48 hours. They won't produce much in the way of precipitation, pretty much scattered to a variable cloud cover, but will produce a shift in the winds and eventually allow for a moderation of temperatures back into the 40s and eventually the lower 50s by Saturday. Take a look at the model guidance. You can see, as we start with the GFS model guidance, which is pretty much on par with the European model guidance now. By this afternoon, dry conditions will be in place. That cold front will move through, so we stay chilly. I mean, temperatures are back in the mid-30s to lower 40s for highs this afternoon. So we're not exactly dealing with a brutally cold air mass, but we're definitely moving back towards normal. Move in through the rest of this week, which is basically tomorrow, Friday. Our temperatures moderate nicely into the mid-40s to lower 50s for Friday and for Saturday, as warm air advances into the region due to a low pressure system tracking towards the St. Lawrence River Valley for this weekend. Now, a cold front will move through by Saturday evening, but I don't really expect much in the way of precipitation out of this cold front. Some additional cloud cover, could be an isolated shower or snow shower, but other than that, most locations will remain dry. Now, I was keeping an eye on a disturbance here that could interact with this cold front, but it now looks like that disturbance will remain weak and not produce much in the way of precipitation. So I backed off on the precipitation threat and just have variable cloud cover in place for Sunday. So if you're going to the Giants game this weekend, don't expect any type of weather impacts on the game, just some variable cloud cover and temperatures returning to near normal levels in the mid-40s for highs. So really, it's going to be a pleasant weekend for the most part. Saturday is going to be your warm day. Sunday is where you fall back to normal into the mid-40s, upper 30s over the interior. For the rest of next week, we remain relatively tranquil and quiet, especially on through Monday and Tuesday, with temperatures remaining near normal in the upper 30s to mid-40s for highs throughout the region. But keep an eye on this storm here, because this disturbance and this disturbance are going to interact and produce a powerful storm over the east that's going to mark a major change in our weather pattern moving forward. So As we move into Wednesday, again, dry conditions can be expected. Dry conditions really will be in place all the way through the middle of next week, but then a powerful storm organizes, moves to the northeast, and by Wednesday evening through Thursday, look for a major heavy rain event to transpire. As this interaction between these two disturbances becomes mature and this storm explodes over the eastern United States, especially over New England, you're going to see a drive of Arctic air that is going to become established in a new polar vortex setting up over portions of southeast Canada that will basically set up a completely different pattern over the eastern United States. Get ready for cold, possibly stormy weather starting to unfold by the middle of January. That is your morning forecast discussion. I hope everyone has a wonderful day. Again, I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino. You can follow the latest weather information at nynjpaweather.com and nynjpaweather on Twitter and Facebook. Have a wonderful day. Stay safe out there.